Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video we will be discussing what strings are and how to perform different operations on them. So strings are a sequence of characters using the syntax of either single or double quotes. In these three examples you can see that the first hello string is wrapped up in single quote, while the second hello string is wrapped up in the double quotes. And then with the combination of single and double quotes we can do some magic. Like if we have some string that contains single quote or double quote inside the string, so we can wrap it up in the other one. So suppose in my case I don't do that. In that we have a single quote, so I wrapped up in the double quotes. And using that combination we can do a lot of different good stuff with the strings. But do note just that we cannot write directly just the string itself hello. We have to wrap it up either in single quote or double quote. So you do need to understand that strings are ordered sequence, and it means that we can use indexing and slicing on them to grab subsection of the string. So that means that we can use the indexing notation, and by using that indexing notations after the strings or variable assigned to the string, we can just grab the subsection of that string. Like suppose we do have a variable by the name of my dog, and we have assigned the name of the dog to it. Then we can, by using the square brackets and using the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, we can just grab the indexes like that. So indexing allows you to grab a single character from the string as well as a part of the string as well. For grabbing a single character or a section of a character, we can use the indexing. So this action uses the square brackets and a number of index to indicate the position of what you wish to grab. Suppose we have hello as a string, so we can use the 0, 1, 2, 3 to grab the specific character. As we know that h is stored against 0 index and e is stored against 1 index, and the l to 2 and the other one to 3 and the o to 4. So if we are willing to get the h, we'll pass in the square bracket 0 and we can grab the h. What's more interesting in Python is that we can also use the reverse indexing, and what that means is that suppose we have a bigger string of which we don't know the length of. So it doesn't really matter that what the length is, but if we pass -1, it will grab the last character of that string. So suppose we need the last character of some string, so we can just pass in the square bracket -1 and it will grab the last character. So in our case, in this example, we have in reverse indexing, the h would be stored at 0, and then e would be stored at -4, and the first l would be stored at -3, and the other one at -2, and the o would be at -1. So suppose we are willing to grab the o, which is the last character of the string, we'll just pass -1 and it will get the job done. What slicing furthermore, slicing also allows you to grab a subsection of the multiple character, as we talked about earlier, or a slice of the string. So in order to do that, we do need to provide, in the square brackets, we do need to provide three things. The first thing would be the starting point of the slice that we want to grab. The second one would be the stop point, or where we want to end that slice, and the third part would be the jump we want to make. So in the previous example, if we were willing to grab the ELL, so we would have started with E, whose index was 1, and then we would have ended with the second L, whose index was 3, and the step would have been 1 because we wanted to go with one increment. So in order to explain furthermore, start is a numerical index for a slice start, and stop is the index you will go up to but not include. Step is the size of the jump you want to take. So let's see some practical example on all of these examples that we have just studied the theory of, and then you will understand everything in great detail. So let's get started. So suppose I want to declare some string or something like that in my in the Jupyter Notebook. So if you don't know what Jupyter Notebook is, I will link down the video so you can see what Jupyter Notebook is and how to install it. But in this video, we'll just use it. So if you are willing to declare a string, you will just put single quotes or double quotes and write something inside that. If I write hello inside double quotes and press shift enter, you would see that I declared a string and output it as the result. So if I'm willing to do the same thing with single quote, and we will just add world in the single quotes, you would see that it would do the same job the same way as we did with the double quotes. We can also use the so these were just declaring one word. Now we can also declare a complete phrase that would be, this is really nice. So this is a complete sentence you can add inside, and you can also use full stops and everything. And if I press shift and enter, you would see that it would give us the same result as we entered. So what we can do is, right now we can also use the combination of single and double quotes as well. So suppose I have a sentence in which I have a single quote inside that string as well. So in our case, that was I don't want to do this. So this was some sentence in which we were having the single quotes as well. So as you can see that the string started right over here and then ended right over here. So it didn't include this string into its context. So this is indeed a problem. So in order to sort out the problem, we can use 2 or 3 ways to do that. The first one could be, we can escape this character, which is this string. So suppose if I did without escaping character, you would see that it gives us an error. But if I come right over here and escape this, and we will talk about these escape characters later in our video, but right now just understand that we can escape it, and that would be by adding a backslash. So once I do this and press shift enter, you would see that everything would be okay. What I can do would be, I can also do instead of this escape character, I can use double quotes outside and then end the string with the double quotes. Then I can use the single quote inside this as well. So if I press shift enter, it would be okay as well. So up till now, we were not printing something to the screen, like it was the Jupyter Notebook were just showing us the output, what the expected output to us. But if you are willing to print something, that will just show us the exact output. And if I come over to the right over here and write print and then hello, and then press shift enter, you would see that the output just straight away comes in. So right over here, the output was wrapped up in a double quote or single quote, but when we printed out that to the screen, it has removed the out as well as the single or double quote from it. So it's just straight up the output that we will be getting from the Python. So why do we need to print things out? Because the previous one was also doing our job. Suppose we were willing to do something like hello 1 and then enter. So let's make it a string. Let's wrap it up in either single or double quotes. So that would be hello 1, and then after that I will write hello 2. And if I print shift enter, you would see that it's printing out just the hello 2. So we are not seeing this hello 1. So in order to show that as well, we will print both of the sentences. And when you are willing to create a bigger program, you do need to print stuff up. Print stuff up in your program in order to see the output, or in order to view something. So for that reason, you do need to print these things. And once I print both of the strings, you would see that both of these strings comes in the output, as well as the output line is also removed from here. What we can also perform on the string is the length operation. In order to find out the length of a string, we can just write length function and then pass the string that we want to find the length of. So suppose I want to find the length of hello. So I will just pass this to length function, and it will return, you can see that it does have 5 characters, this string. So if I provide it a string with spaces, so that would be hello. Let's make it I am. So in this you can see that we do have the I, A, and M, 3 characters, but it will also include the space as well. So if I press Shift Enter, you would see that it returns 4 character or 4 length. So let's also look at what escape characters are, as we have discussed that previously. Right over here, if I write some string hello, and right now I want to write I am your friend, and if I press Shift Enter, you would see that everything comes on one line. If I'm willing to shift this I am your friend to the next line, so what I can do, I can add an escape characters, and that would be, I can just write this backslash and then n. Once I do this and press Shift Enter, we need to print that out, so then it will work. So if I print that and press Shift Enter, you would see that the hello is in one line, and then I am your friend is in the second line. So what it does is, when the print statement comes over here and it sees the backslash and then n after it, so it understands that n is not a normal character. The programmer is willing to do something different with this n. So what this print does is, it just goes to its directory, or where it's stored all of the declaration for the escape characters, and just grab that and that just perform that thing. So the backslash n is used for parsing the or moving the cursor to the next line. So what we can also use is, as we have previously seen, that no matter what character we want to escape, we can escape that by backslash, and we have seen that with a comma. So if I just add a single quote right over here, or double quote, it can just escape it. What we can also use is backslash t, and backslash t is used for providing some tab. So if I then press Enter, you would see that hello, after hello we have a new line, and after I we have a tab. We will discuss these escaping characters in great details in our further videos, but right now just understand that these are some special commands that we can use inside a print statement in order to format our string, and we will discuss this in the string formatting videos, which is coming very soon. So we will end our video right over here because the video is getting very long. In the next video we will discuss some more operations that we can perform on strings. That would be concatenation and string replacing and stuff like that. So some really awesome content is coming up. If you are interested in learning hacking and programming, consider subscribing. Till next time, enjoy hacking. Peace.